Hello, my dear students. I am Mrs. Hazel Lopez, and I will be taking a subject called Digital Conferencing and Email Etiquettes. I request all the students please attend this session properly because I am going to ask you all questions based on my content or based on my people. So let's start. So, our very first part is introduction. Chapter number 1 is introduction, where I am going to cover tips to write the effective email, how to create the email group, what is the importance of that, and how to schedule a date and time to. So, before we start with the email etiquette, let's try to understand why to learn email etiquettes. According to a study by the International Data Corporation (IDC), workers spend 28 of their work time in reading and answering email. We must follow email etiquette in our professional communication because it is a form of communication which is a reflection of both the sender and the receiver. Poor email etiquette reflects badly on us, and a record of this is kept in mailboxes over which we have no control, while well groomed email etiquette enhances our public perception and boosts the chance of a prompt and comprehensive response. So, my dear students, these are the reasons why learn. Now, let's understand what is electronic mail or what is email. Email is nothing but the electronic mail. Electronic mail is a method of exchanging messages between people using electronic devices. Okay, so if you want to send a message from one person to another person, you send that message through electronic device that is called as email. So, when open or when you click on the compose, when you want to send an mail, so these are the options you will get from, to, CC, BCC, and the next is subject. Okay, so let's understand what do you mean by to, CC, and BCC. From, that you all know, right? From means if I am sending mail to you, okay? So suppose take an example XYZ. Suppose I am sending a mail to xyz@gmail.com. So my email and to part to whom I want to send the mail. But what do you mean by CC and BCC? So let's understand that. So these are three important parts: to, CC, and BCC. Okay. To is main recipient of your mail. Okay. Recipients who are required to take action. Okay. So suppose if I'm sending a mail to xyz@gmail.com, then that person has to take some action. Okay. So let's understand what do you mean by CC. Of the email to people just to keep them in a loop. People you keep in the CC field are not expected to take any action or reply to the message. Okay? So, CC. So, suppose you are sending mail to your colleague. Okay? Suppose if you want to send a mail to your colleague, you can keep your higher authority, you can keep your manager, you can keep your head of the department in CC just to aware the messages. Okay, just to keep them in a loop. CC will not take any action. Okay, then we have something called as a BCC. The BCC field is used when you want to send an email to multiple recipients, okay, but do not want any of them to know about the other people you have sent them to. Okay, so in BCC you can add multiple recipients. Okay, you can add all your colleagues. Okay, but one colleague will not get idea of another colleague to whom I have sent the mail. Okay, So I will take the example for Tour CC BCC after these PPTs, so you will get more idea. So don't worry about it. So now next is tips to write the effective email. So these are few points you have to remember while writing the email. A very first is don't over communicate by email. Second, make good use of subject lines. Third, be polite. Fourth one, check your tone. And fifth one, proofread. So these are the 5 points you all have to remember while writing an email. Now next is let's discuss the very first point, that is don't over communicate by email. So first try to understand, if any paragraph, if I write any line, is it really necessary? To think it twice and then write it. Okay? Your message need to be clear and concise. Yes or no? Yes. Keep your sentences short and to the point. Okay? So don't write so much, don't add so many words in your email. The body of the mail should be direct and informative, and it should contain all relevant information only. Okay? So this is a very first point. A second point is make use of subject line. This is very important. I will again take one more session on how to write the subject line. So let's understand the second point. A newspaper headline has two functions. It grabs your attention and it summarizes the article so that you can decide whether to read it or not. Yes or no? So on a newspaper, if you have any attractive header, okay, you will decide after reading, you will decide whether to read or whether not to read the paragraph, right? So the header or the subject line is very important. The subject line of your email message should do the same thing, right? Always use a few well chosen words to tell the email is all about. A well written subject line, like the one below, delivers the most important information without the recipient even having to open the email. So let's take the example. Suppose my subject is, if I write only meeting, and if I write the subject here discussion on module 1 at 10 a.m. on 1st July 2021. So without opening an email from the subject, your recipient will understood to be discussion on module 1 on 1st July 2021. So I have to be ready on that, right? And we'll get the subject. Okay. Now next point is be polite. The messages you send are a reflection of your own professionalism. The messages you send, I again say, the messages you send are the reflection of your professionalism, values, and attention to detail. So a certain level of formality is needed. So be careful in that. Close your messages with regards, yours sincerely, all the best, depending on your situation. Check the tone. Next point. When we meet people face to face, we use the other person's body language, vocal tone, and facial expression to assess how they feel. And here, we don't know when people have misunderstood our messages. Your choice of words, sentence length, punctuation, and capitalization can easily be misinterpreted. So let's take the example for that. So I have given two examples. Good example. So let's read that. So here, Ima, I need your report by 5 p.m. today or I will miss my deadline. Harry. So the same text or the same message you can represent in the other way. So let's read the next example. Hi Ima, thanks for all your hard work on that report. Could you please get your revision or get your version over to me by 5 p.m. so I don't miss my deadline? Thanks so much, Harry. So, my dear student, this is the way how you can be polite and how you can show your professionalism. A last is proofreading, a very important. So finally, before you hit send button, take a moment to review your email for spelling, grammar, and punctuation mistake. Okay? Your email messages are as much a part of your professional image as the clothes you wear. So it looks bad to send out a message that contains some errors. As you proofread, pay careful attention to the length of your email. People are more likely to read short, concise emails than long, rambling ones. So make sure that your emails are as short as possible without excluding necessary information. At the same time, send your message and at the same time make sure that your message is not lengthy, not too long. Okay? Now next point is how to create the email group. Okay? Or what is the importance of email group? Benefits of creating group email or that is also called as a mailing list in Gmail. It saves the time, makes it with multiple groups of contacts frequently. So if you want to contact or if you want to send a mail to a group of people or if you want to send a message to your colleagues, okay, then you can form a group. So every time instead of inserting one by one, okay, you can just write the name of the group and then you can send the mail. It is a great way to easily distribute your content at scale. You can easily create a group email, okay, in Gmail. So it is also called as mailing list or distribution list and send an email to those. This is of name of time you need to send a message. Okay, I hope you all clear. So instead of manually adding so many names, okay, you just write the name of the group. Okay, those names will be automatically added. I will show you demo of this part, so don't worry. And the last point is how to schedule an email. So if you want to send a mail after 2-3 days, you can schedule it today. Okay, and that mail will saved in a draft part and automatically will send on that particular date and time. So what let's see what is the important an email. That is, you can send an email or bulk mail to the recipients automatically on the date and at the time you choose. Scheduled sent email will be particularly helpful if you have to email newsletters, make announcements, set payment alerts, send birthday greetings, or so many things. Sometimes people have to wait back in office in order to send an important email across, or worse, most of the times people fail to send emails leading to further problems. So, scheduling emails is a perfect solution in order to control the forgetful nature of people. So, I hope students you all have understood what are the different tips to write email, how to create a group and how to send a mail to group. and how to schedule date and time, or what is the importance of scheduling date and time in email. So demo part I will be showing you all now. Okay, so let me show you all demo part. Okay, so this is my screen. Just wait. Let me show you all again. Okay, so as I said you all, when I click on this button, compose an email. Okay, so this part will get open. Yes or no? Okay, so I hope my screen is visible. Okay, so when I click on this part, an email, when I want to send a mail, I have to click on this button. Yes or no? So when I click on this button, I will get this screen. Okay, so here you can see two CC and BCC. Yes or no? So two CC BCC. So suppose I want to send, and I'm a manager, okay, and I want to schedule a meeting. So I will send a mail to suppose my head of the department. Okay, so you can consider my head of department is here Saturvar sir. Okay, so I'm just giving you an example. So he's my head of the department. I just want to send him message that I have scheduled one meeting, adding the discussion on module one. So I will keep a CC to my principal. Okay, and so my principal sir will be in CC. So as I said, the person who is in CC just to aware that something is going on. Okay, or whatever action we are doing, whatever the meetings we are conducting, just to make sure he is aware of that. He is the person who will not take any action. Okay, and CC. And to BCC, I will add all my colleagues. Suppose my colleagues are Kanchan or Sylvia or Sridhar. Okay, so suppose these are my colleagues, I will send messages to them. Okay, and just wait. So I will send messages to them. Okay, but Kanchan is not aware to whom I have sent the mail, or Sylvia is not aware to whom I have sent the mail. I hope you all clear. Okay, so this is called as 2CC and BCC. Okay, then we have a subject line, and then we have send button.